Shout out to Ready SG. He super chatted us $5. He said, "Facts. The OG
Nope.
ninjas are never training or showing training. Do you think they reached their peak and stopped?"
I don't
That's an
necessarily
interesting
think
question.
so. It's a good question. I don't necessarily think so. It depends on which OGs you're talking about. I think Hinata
Maybe
probably
like the
stopped
Rock
training.
Lees, the what's
Rock Lee's, Shoji's,
Choji. There you go. I was
etc.
trying to think of his name. Thank you. Yeah, like the Rock Lees or
Yeah,
Chojis, those
etc.
type of
etc.
characters like that. Yeah.
Yeah, I'd opt to say no because they're still doing missions. Like if they stop training, like
Hmm.
and they're still doing missions, I think that's pretty dangerous. But I think that it's possible that they reach their peak. Like I wouldn't necessarily be too surprised if like Choji is never going to get stronger than what he is as of right now. But I don't necessarily think they stop training. Like for example, like LeBron, Melo's donations.
Oh, my bad, my bad.
Like for example, like LeBron James, he's training every single day, but do I expect him to be better than he was in year 19? Like I don't necessarily think so. So I just think it's age is probably diminishing them, but they're still probably training.
I mean, when you
Yeah,
talk
they're
about
training to maintain what
There
they
you
already
go.
have.
sometimes you
There you go.
refine your game, though. You know, like a LeBron James. Maybe he was more explosive when he was younger because he had the energy. He wasn't as banged up as he is now, but he refined his game and his technique to make him still a great player. You know, I would say that he's
That's true.
better than he was when he was younger. It's because he got smarter. His IQ, as far as the game increase. But I would say the same thing for ninjas too. And I don't think they actually reach a peak. I think they can get stronger as long as they keep their mind attached to getting stronger and training to reach that point. So as far as like characters like Rock Lee, who never stops training, it seems, a Choji, I don't think that we haven't really seen them fight or go all out at any moment in the Boruto series, so we really don't know what their cap is. They were put against an opponent that was like far exceeding them. The character that they was faced with far exceeded Naruto and Sasuke. So how do we really expect them to put up, a fight against them? So I don't think that we can fairly say how strong these characters got to really say if they will be able to handle a threat that comes in the future.
I think that's an interesting question. I like that question a lot. Thank you for that
Yeah,
that super
definitely.
chat. I think some characters, I just think it's your mentality. Some characters may have reached their peak because they've chosen a specific speciality. Like Rock Lee, he's very much a specialist in one particular area. I'm not sure how much better you can get in that particular area. Outside of like, dying in eight gates. But even eight gates isn't like it's it's not even like taijutsu.
But
Right? He's a taijutsu
they
specialist.
do say like you can be a master of one or a jack of all trades, and a lot of people would rather be a master of one.
This is an interesting conversation that I was having on stream. If like, what if Rock Lee um actually knew ninjutsu? Would he be a better ninja? Right? And my take from that would be no, because he would have been a jack of all trades. By focusing time on ninjutsu, he would have lessened his time that
Exactly.
he focused. He would have lessened the time rather he focused in on his taijutsu, thus making him an overall worse ninja than not. Um, But the thing with that is, even if they do reach their physical limits, that's why the concept of scientific ninja tech, I do believe, was introduced. And there's always external powers to amplify these characters, like the Tail Beast to create Jinchuriki, or Karma Seals to create vessels for the Otsutsuki, something of the sort. And since we do know that chakra fusion seems to be a thing outside of just, stage mode and the sort, then yeah, I do believe that there are new ways that they can amplify their powers. So this is shonen, right? This is the genre. So their peak is really I think the sky's the limit as far as how powerful they can get for sure.
And then you got the aspect of ninja technology that's going to be incorporated. So I do see these characters being included more. It's just when is the question.
I honestly don't.
You don't think
I
ever?
No, I don't think these characters are ever gonna get any spotlight in this in the Boruto series.
Man.
The cast itself is already filled with characters they haven't even touched in the manga. And the anime is just like really surface level with most of them. So like, are we gonna get some information on these old gen characters? Maybe some of them. Shikamaru, definitely. Naruto, certainly. Sasuke, we have somewhat, not really, because Sasuke is really a bland character in Boruto, if we're being honest. He's just there. So like even Sasuke is just like, okay, we have these old gen characters, they're there, but they're not really evolving. Naruto is not evolving, you know? Like even the main cast from the prior series, they're not evolving. What are they gonna do with the side characters that they don't even care about? As shown in the Ishiki battle, they just threw them at that, like literally like shit on a windshield on a windshield, but they just threw them at him. They didn't even use their powers and abilities. They literally showed that they don't care about these characters. So I'm like, if they're going to expound on side characters, they're mainly going to be the Boruto side characters. They're showing Sumire. I like Sumire. I think she's cool. I think she's one of the better antagonists in Boruto, even though she's no longer the antagonist. And then we have like Mitsuki, Sarada, and I think that's it. We may get some Shinki, you know, but I don't see them focusing on side characters too much. Maybe in the anime, but yeah, even in the anime, they don't really care about the old gen. So
But
we'll see.
I personally believe it depends on the side characters because again, there I wouldn't rule out Orochimaru being in the series. I wouldn't rule out Kakashi being in the series. As far as them like even getting stronger, I wouldn't necessarily completely rule it out. Like Orochimaru is a type of character that I personally believe he'll never really reach that stagnant phase where he's just not training, not doing anything, not getting stronger. I think Orochimaru is always going to be trying to get stronger, and I think he could possibly be in the series. And same thing with Kakashi. The reason why I brought him up is because the previous writer essentially said that he wanted Kakashi to get involved a little bit more. I don't necessarily know exactly how accurate that is, but hopefully we do see something like that. And shout out to PMAC the Great. This is like second time we reference his super chat before we get to Matthews. But yeah, I believe that scientific technology could definitely aid some of the old characters. Not saying that they're definitely going to be like the now become the main characters, but like let's say hypothetically we're in a certain situation where we actually do need some help. Of course, bring Kakashi up to like let's say not going to say Ishiki Otsuki, but even bring Kakashi up to like let's say a Delta level would be significant. I think that right there would definitely aid Boruto, Kawaki, Sarada, and the rest of Team 7. Same thing with other characters. I think that right there could possibly just bolster the actual defenses of the Hidden Leaf Village potentially against Otsuki invasions in the future.
Mhm. Yeah, they just need to like they have the powers at their disposal, right? Naruto is the Okage. He has access to every jutsu ever invented or used in Konoha. Um, they have like Orochimaru right around the corner. They have Kabuto, literally the most hacks character, one of the most hacks character in the entire like Naruto verse. They have like a model. They literally have the best minds in their grasp. They have everything, but the writers have decided to just not use them. So
Yes.
I don't know. They might in the future, but there's been multiple situations where they could have been used, but they didn't. I think I personally think that's gonna continue onwards.
Yeah, fact. I mean, let's keep it at that. Kakashi gotta get more corrupt, man. By this time, like he should have been had one of the Mangekyo Sharingans from the Shin Uchiha clones. Like, what is he doing?
Yeah,
What
go
is he
take one, bro.
doing? Pull up, like Kabuto can't
crazy.
stop him.
Yeah, they
He
just
probably
literally
could, too.
decide not to get more power. Sasuke is still one arm. I don't know what he's atoning
Yeah, like
for. One eye. They literally can go to a guy that can give him an eye. He just decides to be nerfed. It's so weird.
or he already got an eye and his hair's just covering it up. You never know.
Hey, never know.
Never know.